All right, so we started talking about the really fun topic of reincarnation. I've pinned a comment here, theodicy. Some of you might know that word. So theodicy is a compound word. Theos means divine or divinity. And the second part of that word, dike or dise, means justice. It comes from ancient Greek. So divine justice. So yesterday when I opened up the conversation about reincarnation, I mentioned that there are several very convincing reasons why reincarnation makes sense. Might not make sense to you at all, but the goal is to present information and then you decide what makes sense. Is there a human soul at all? Is a question to ask. Does the human soul get created when sperm enters egg? Does the human soul get created when the fetus becomes human, quote unquote? At what point does the human soul get created? And then the next question that follows is, when the physical body dies, does the human soul remain? So most spiritual people in yoga philosophy, in theosophy, agree that the human soul does maintain after the physical body dies. But what happens after the physical body dies? What happens to the soul? Does the soul go to heaven forever? Does the soul go to a different realm of existence that we don't know about and experience evolution there? Is there just a black void, nothingness? Or does the soul put out another Mars rover to another place and time on Earth to gain more experience? Well, the reason why I typed the conundrum of theodicy here is because this is, to me, the biggest reason why reincarnation makes sense. Divine justice, so theodicy, divine justice. And the question is, it revolves around God. It revolves around a divine creator who is omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient. So what do those three things mean? Omnipotent means all-powerful, omnipotent, if you will, can do anything, a divine being that can do anything. Omnipresent means it's everywhere, she or he is everywhere, ever present. And omniscient means cognizant of everything, all-knowing. So divine justice, how can a being that is those three things allow suffering in the world? That's theodicy. So a long introduction to bring us to the topic of the conundrum of theodicy. How is there a divine being, if there is one, that is omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent, and yet there's suffering in the world? Why? Why would she, he, it allow that? And reincarnation and karma are inextricably combined. Another question might be, why does it appear that good people suffer and wrongdoers receive all kinds of great stuff? Material abundance, accolades, titles. How is that possible if theodicy is real? If there is divine justice, how are good people suffering and bad people can get rich? Either monetarily or intangibly. Why is that fair? Why does God allow that? That's where reincarnation comes in. Karma. So karma is usually not instant. Karma usually takes lifetimes to work itself out. All of the energy patterns that are created. Yeah, this is heavy stuff. I'm realizing that I'm trying to cram this, like one of the biggest questions of existence, into a 7-minute meditation talk. But it's good to get the mind working early in the morning. So karma doesn't work itself out in one lifetime. So the bottom line is we have to come back over and over again. The wheel of rebirth, the wheel of reemerging into physical existence to experience different things, and the different things that we experience are results of our actions in the past. So our higher self, our soul, knows what lessons we need. The karmic energy that we put out needs to be resolved. Ripples on a pond. When we drop a karmic stone into the water, we send out energy, vibrations, and then it will come back to us. But not in one lifetime, not in one lifetime. Sometimes karma is instant, but very rarely. So long introduction, Reincarnation explains karma. I feel like I'm shortchanging us by ending it there. Just giving you nuggets to think about. All right, for our meditation today, I want to revisit our pracharana practice. That word may sound familiar, may not. Here's the picture I want to show you. Let's see, can I zoom out on this? How do I zoom out? Maybe not. Oh gosh. All right, well, check out this picture here. We've got the sinus cavity. And I've mentioned before that Ujjayi breath is usually centered in the epiglottis area. And since I can't zoom out, we're getting the text cut off on the right side there. But you see kind of 2/3 of the way down on the picture, epig, E-P-I-G, should say epiglottis. That's where we constrict our throat for Ujjayi breath. So do that real quick. So when you're constricting your throat, that's the sound of Ujjayi, and that's the location you see on the screen there. However, for our pracharana practice, we move that constriction from the area of the epiglottis up into the area of the soft palate. So if you move your eyes up and you see soft, the word soft, that's the soft palate, and the unique location of that flesh, when you constrict that area in the back of the sinuses, it's directly underneath the pituitary body. So if you look up, there's a bone, base of the skull, and then there's a pituitary gland. And that's one of the structures that's associated with the third eye. And when you constrict the flesh there, we create vibration under the third eye center, and we stimulate our Ajna chakra. So one of the best ways to connect with our higher self is to develop our clarity of vision at the third eye. All right, let me see if I can point on your face. Hold on a second. Can I get rid of this picture? How do I do that? How do I get rid of that picture? Okay. So the epiglottis is about here in the throat. Yeah. So when you constrict your throat for Ujjayi, the focal point is here. The muscle constriction is here. And then when you lift it and when you change the location, so the top back of the mouth, the bottom of the sinus cavity, it's about where the uvula is, that little punching bag thing in the back of the throat. Hey. It's a snoring sensation, but it's an intentional snoring. Yeah. So that's where we're going to move the constriction of the breath. And when you breathe with Ujjayi at the soft palate, which is about here, we're vibrating the pituitary gland and subsequently the pineal gland as well, which is higher, deeper in the brain. So let's work with that a little bit here. Journey to Santosha in the house. Welcome. All right, please find your meditative seat. Sit tall. All right, relax the shoulders and relax the face. It always helps to do that body scan. Make sure nothing is tense that doesn't need to be engaged. I always love starting meditations with deep breathing. It helps center ourselves and get our mind a little bit focused here, the breath. And also it feels good to take deep breaths. So do that. Activate some prana in the body, deep breathing. Constrict the throat in the normal area for Ujjayi breath, the epiglottis. And begin to play with changing the location of the constriction. You can try lowering it deeper in the throat. You can lift it, raise it up. Play with the idea, the sensation of intentional snoring, but make it smooth. Become aware of what's being vibrated, what's being activated, where the energy is focused. And of course, the quality of the sound will change when you move the location of the constriction. settle the focus at the area of the soft palate, the back, the upper back part of the throat, the back part of the sinuses. It's very subtle. There's not a lot of muscle engagement there. It's very subtle constriction of the flesh. And we're thinning the air passageway there. And so just breathe slowly and deeply with this orientation. Now, once you've refined the smoothness of the breath there, while keeping the constriction at the soft palate, allow the breath to become shallower. So no longer are we going to be taking full breaths. Maybe a third of your lung capacity. Now, this practice of pracharana is to apply gentle Bhastrika or Kapalabhati with this constriction at the soft palate. So we'll be pushing and pulling the air gently, yet briskly, back and forth over that soft palate with the constriction, which will in turn vibrate the pituitary gland above it. So Bhastrika is double Kapalabhati. It's emphasizing inhale and exhale. The rhythm and the pace is up to you, but make sure that it's even and smooth. Roughly 2 breaths per second if that's comfortable for you. And please begin if you haven't already. The literal translation of pracharana is to shave. So imagine that you're shaving away layers of dullness and heaviness around the third eye. You're shaving, cleaning, clearing away whatever covers our ability to see clearly. Try to maintain a steady rhythm. If it's challenging, go a little lighter with it. Back off a little bit on the intensity. About 20 more seconds. Exhale completely. Deep inhale, fill the lungs all the way up. Hold the breath. Sense energy expanding through the head. Lower the chin, pull the chin slightly back, Jalandhara Bandha. Holding longer if you can. When you need to, slowly exhale through the nose. Still holding if it's possible. When you do exhale, be completely still and feel energy grow, feel it expand. just bask in the energy that we've created in the head. Allow it to grow to the size of the torso and head, encompassing the upper body. And at the same time, have the intention to commune with that part of ourselves that endures after the physical body dies. Join your awareness with our eternal selves, our individuality that reincarnates. The repository and storage unit of all of our life experiences, the essence of lessons learned, wisdom gained, consciousness expanded. Continually increase your sensitivity to this energy and keep binding your awareness to the higher self, the true self. Let's chant Om together. Let's take a breath to prepare. Inhale and exhale. Palms to the chest. Inhale. Slowly open the eyes, please. So part of this spiritual path that we might choose to walk includes pondering these big questions in life. Some may say, oh, this doesn't have any practical value. How is this going to help me in my day? Well, if you believe karma doesn't assist in our day-to-day life, then you don't believe in karma then. So maybe life is unfair. Maybe it did happen by chance, or maybe there is something else going on behind the scenes that we have a part to play in. So I hope this discussion on reincarnation, hey Miranda, good to see you. I hope this discussion on reincarnation has sparked some new ideas or caused some ponderance. So tomorrow we will meet again, but not at 7. It'll be in the evening, so 7 p.m., 8 p.m. I'll post on my story, and have an amazing day, everyone. Happy Phase 2 on Friday. See you soon.